And it doesn't just give you some run-of-the-mill visions. No, this stuff sends you on a deep spiritual Skype call with the divine. Crazy drug number 7, dried scorpions, the pain-relieving snack. Over in China in the 2nd century, ancient medicine had an unusual twist. Dried scorpions. Yeah, they were ground into powder and mixed with herbs as a remedy for everything from inflammation to joint pain. If popping a scorpion sounds like the last thing you would do when feeling sore, welcome to the fascinating world of traditional medicine. Known as Gong, scorpions were believed to contain healing venom that would work wonders. So next time you're wincing from back pain, just remember, there are people out there who would take a crunchy bite of a scorpion to ease their aches. Hey, it's still better than some of the side effects you get from modern drugs, right? Crazy drug number 8, DMT, the spirit molecule. DMT, or as some like to call it, rocket ship to the afterlife. This powerful psychedelic found in various plants and even produced naturally by our own bodies is responsible for some of the most intense and surreal trips known to humanity. But here is the really wild part. Many people who take DMT reported seeing the exact same thing. Imagine you and a group of friends all taking separate trips, but somehow you all end up in the same bizarre alien waiting room, being greeted by the same colorful, geometrically patterned beings. It's as if DMT dimension is some sort of universal shared hallucination that taps into a deeper layer of consciousness. It's not just the visuals either. There is a strange consistency of the sensation, the sense of time being irrelevant and the feeling of being transported to another dimension. It raises some fascinating questions. Are these experiences glimpses into another reality? Is our brain wired to create similar visions under the influence of this spirit molecule? Or is there something genuinely mythical about DMT that connects everyone to a collective subconscious or alternate realm? Whatever it is, DMT isn't just your average hallucinogen. It's a ticket to a mind-bending, otherworldly tour where everyone seems to meet the same tour guides. So tell me, are you curious to try the spirit molecule? I'm hella curious too. I don't do it, neither should you. Or even if you do, please don't let me be the reason that you do it, okay? I don't want to get fucked by karma, okay? Crazy drug number 9, Absinthe, the green fairy that inspired artists. Absinthe, the infamous green fairy in a bottle, was the creative juice for poets, painters, and musicians in the late 19th century. Vincent van Gogh was a fan, though, to be fair, anything that could inspire someone to cut off their own ear deserves a mention. The magic ingredient in absinthe was wormwood, which supposedly triggered hallucinations and creative visions. But before you get excited about a trippy drinking session, know this: absinthe is no more hallucinogenic than any other booze. It just feels that way after enough glasses. But the reputation stuck, and it was banned in many countries for a good chunk of time. Ironic, huh? Crazy drug number 10, opium, the drug that built an empire and destroyed it. Let's talk about opium because no drug history list would be complete without it. This sticky black resin from poppies wasn't just for pain relief, it was the heroin of the ancient world. But things went off the rail when the British Empire got involved, mass-producing opium in India and selling it to China. The result? The Opium Wars. Yes, entire nations went to battle over the right to sell drugs. Opium wasn't just a drug, it was a global business. And much like today's big pharma, they didn't care that they were creating generations of addicts. They were too hooked on the sweet, sweet profit, if you know what I mean. Crazy drug number 11. L.S.D, the CIA's favorite mind-controlling experiment. If you thought L.S.D was just for hippies, guess again, because I know you've probably heard of L.S.D, but did you know that the CIA tried to use it for mind control during the Cold War? Yeah, the CIA ran a secret project called MK Ultra, trying to use LSD as a mind control tool. And here is another spoiler alert. It didn't work, unless you count widespread paranoia and severe mental distress as a success. But the upside, LSD became a darling of the 1960s counterculture, sparking a revolution where people began using it for creativity and self-discovery. Artists, musicians, and writers embraced it, turning it into a phenomenon that challenged norms and inspired their entire movements. So, while the CIA was trying to create super soldiers, regular folks were just trying to expand their minds and have a good time. And we cannot judge them, of course. Crazy drug number 12, Payote, the sacred cactus. Now, we are getting to the end of it, but not without talking about peyote, the sacred little cactus with a serious hallucinogenic punch. This isn't your grandma's houseplant. This guy has been used by Native Americans for centuries to have direct chats with the cosmos. Containing mescaline, peyote stands out as a traditional sacred plant used by Native Americans for spiritual ceremonies for centuries. And it doesn't just give you some run-of-the-mill visions. No, this stuff sends you on a deep spiritual Skype call with the divine. You might get a cosmic download or maybe just have a long heart-to-heart with your spirit animal. Spoiler again, it's probably cooler than you. And it's not just some ancient tradition that's faded away. People today still use peyote to get their divine connection fixed. Forget therapy. Just chew on a cactus and see the universe's custom support line open right up. Suddenly, life's deepest questions seem less impossible and more past the cactus, bro. Crazy drug number 13, MDMA. The love drug with a dark past. Lastly, let's not forget about MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy. MDMA. What started as a failed attempt at creating an appetite suppressant turned into the official hug drug of the 1980s rave scene. This stuff didn't just make you dance, it made you want to embrace everything. Your friends, your feelings, that guy dressed as a tree. It was all love, baby. MDMA took the party to a whole new level of emotional connection, like a group therapy session, but with a way better beat and glow sticks. But of course, what goes up must come down, and MDMA's come downs were brutal. Desert level dehydration and feelings of never again for a very long period of until next weekend. But plot twist, MDMA is now being studied as a breakthrough treatment for PTSD. Yep, the same drug that fueled warehouse raves is now helping people to heal from trauma. And there we got it. Top 13 of the craziest drugs humanity has ever come up with. From dried scorpions to happiness hormones, it's safe to say that we've come a long way in figuring out what not to put in our bodies. Guys, can you stop being lazy fucks and just subscribe and leave a comment of your opinion or criticize me or whatever? Just write something, okay?